Is this you putting to use what you have learned and maybe stepping out on your own and creating a new business? This would be the great opportunity for that. That's why you're happy, and maybe because the funding is lined up as well.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Capricorn, this is your astrology reading for the week of August 18th through the 24th. Miss Bonnie is not here to deliver it this week, but she did prepare it and asked me to read it. Therefore, I will. But don't shoot the messenger. I didn't write it. And more importantly, be patient with my reading. We start off the week with that kite that's headed towards Saturn, but opposite Mars. Now, remember last week coming in, there were two kites in opposition. And so the one kite has already dissolved, and this kite is kind of working in that same direction. If you haven't already released the tensions and the opposition, you need to work on actions versus limitations. So this is a week of activity and not sitting there and saying, I can't and I don't and I won't. Focus on action. We also find that later in the week, that there is an opposition between Venus and Pluto. So something with your love and romance and money is going to have some dramatic change if you want it to lessen the tensions. And that usually is, again, in reference to change. And so changing in money, change versus money, change versus people and relationships, very complicated. We see a square between Uranus and the moon. That is your feelings. Having some sort of expected surprise. Nice, hopefully a good one. The good news is midweek that the kite begins to dissolve, which this week, which pulls you towards expansion, exploration, fresh horizons, and the sun moves into Virgo on the 24th, which activates your adventure. Oh my God, I'm liking it. I'm liking this. Yes, indeed. Remember, Virgo, the sun moves into Virgo on the 22nd. Again, we talked about activates adventures, learning, and long-term vision sectors. This encourages you to think bigger and step outside your comfort zone. Do something you haven't done before. Mars is energizing your communication zone, giving you the drive to speak up, negotiate, and share ideas. Okay, this is a week where you probably don't want to stay quiet, especially as you get later in the week. You really want to make sure your voice is heard. Make sure what you're feeling is being validated. Make sure that people understand where you're coming from. And again, you don't always have the most confidence with your voice, is what they're saying here, but this is a week where you should have confidence with your voice because you're on top of it. The mix of grounded planning and adventurous spirit makes it a week to plant those seeds for the next big move on the new moon. On the 20th and 21st, it's a prime time for presentations, networking, or sharing your expertise in a public forum. I'm liking this. Yes, indeed. Virgo, focus on strategic planning skills, building, and long-term projects. If you're single, romance could come through. Oh my goodness. And it's going to come through traveling or through your environment or through cross-cultural activities. So there's going to be a number of ways in which you may meet that special someone this week. Couples may feel inspired in planning a big trip, taking a class together, or exploring new shared interests. So if you've been wanting to take a class, this is a good time to do that with with your significant other, or plan a trip. Get ready for the season coming in front of you, which is the fall season, and then eventually, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all those things. Good time to plan that, right? Never a bad time for that. A deeper conversation about the future will ensue, and that things like, okay, where are we going, what are we doing, which is wonderful. The 20th and 21st is also a good time for negotiating deals and start finding a new project. Your energy lifts when you break routine, incorporating new experiences that will refresh you both mentally and emotionally. You'll keep your balance between your ambitions and the rest of the burnout. So make sure that your ambitions aren't driving you so hard that you can't avoid mental burnout. Make sure that you're keeping the balance. Okay. Yeah, it's great to be ambitious, it's great to work hard, but don't go so hard that you wind up burning yourself out. That would not be a good thing. All right. With that said, let's look at tarot and see how it works with this. Lots of love energy in this, and as you saw, lots of good positive energy about work and about acknowledgement and about new experiences. So let's see what tarot says and if tarot has anything at all to say in comparison. Capricorn, this is your tarot reading. Let's see if it conflicts with astrology or if it supports it or it just kind of ignores it. Let's see how that works. On the bottom of the deck, I love this. This is the Queen of Coins. Queen of Coins is a happy energy. It's saying the energy around you is saying you've worked hard to build something and to get yourself to a point. And so around you this week, don't be surprised if all the things that you put into place are going to be reflective in a very supportive way for you. So this is going to be a week where you get a lot of support from around you, but this is support that you've earned over time. This is support that you've earned because of the work that you put in and because of the relationships you've created. Now, your energy for the week, I love it. A 9 of Cups. Man, you're in a good mood this week. You're in a very good mood and you're in a good space. So with that happy energy, that makes sense because, again, when you feel that people are with you and you feel that things are working properly, you can't help but like the world right now. The decisions going to be made during the week. You know, what way do we go? What do we do? How do we do? What do we do? When do we do? All that kind of stuff. That's going to pop up during the week. And when it does, it's interesting here. This is in reverse, which is a 4 of Swords. So instead of you sitting back and just kind of being tired about this, no, this is enthusiastic. It's the opposite. You are very happy with this choice. You're very happy with the opportunity to make this choice, and you're going to proceed forward and turn this into something good. Now, this goes back to what we saw with astrology, because astrology talked about how at one point you're going to have to make choices about relationships, choices about moving forward in the future, choices about maybe a contract or an opportunity or a job, choices about projects. Again, that's the choices that they're talking about. And if you're very enthusiastic about it, there's an 8 of Coins here, which is an 8 of Pentacles. An 8 of Pentacles, when it comes out, is an education situation. So is this you going back to school, or is this you taking a teaching job, or is this you taking a leadership role where you're going to be a mentor or a teacher within your business? Is this you putting to use what you have learned and maybe stepping out on your own and creating a new business? This would be the great opportunity for that. That's why you're happy, and maybe because the funding is lined up as well. Or could this be a situation where, again, everything you've learned, you put into process, you're getting the recognition for what you've learned, but you need to make sure that you echo that education back and people learn from it. Look at this. It's the end. This is a 10 of Swords. So it's an end of a struggle, end of a frustrating time, end of an ordeal. Again, putting something behind you. So again, it's closure, closing a project, closing a struggle, closing an opportunity, closing something. And that goes with that decision making. So now you say, okay, now we brought it close to this. Maybe you got fired, maybe you quit. Maybe you decided to walk away. Maybe you decided to change your whole career. Again, that 8, get re-educated and do something different. But this is a good energy in reference to that. And then look at this, the Empress here. The Emperor is here, and the Emperor is like, whatever you decide, whatever you do, you've got it. You've got this, because that energy is all around you this weekend. It's very supportive. And there's a 6 of Wands. You will rise above. You will rise above. This will be a victorious week for you. By the time this week is over, you should be walking on cloud 9 and even 10 or 11 at this point, because this energy is high. And don't be surprised, again, if you create your own company, or you create a product that you've been wanting to go, or that you got recognized at work and now you're promoted, or you see some extra money coming in because you got a recognition as a bonus or something like that. Lots of great energy here. And don't be surprised also if you're single, that you found somebody special, because they're now seeing those things in you. And that's part of that joy that you're sending out. When you're exuding all that joy, they can't help but like what they see, because again, that joy is all over you. You wear it well. You wear it well. I like that. This does actually very much dovetail with the astrology, which I'm happy to say. With that said, though, I would also ask that you help us grow our channel and make us more accessible to so many other people. I would truly appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and that share button. When you hit subscribe, if you are on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is my channel, go over to Your Love Goddess and do the same thing. If you're on Your Love Goddess and you're watching this, pop over to Sonoran Mystic Tarot, which is my channel, and also do the same thing. And then check out Cards and Constellations. That's our combined channel. Give it a love too. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Let us know how this resonates with you. Please share your information. Let us know. And we do respond to every comment that hits our channels. We really make that an effort. So until next week, love, light, and blessings from me and my family, Miss Bonnie, and her family. to you and to yours. And enjoy your week and enjoy your spotlight. You earned it. Bye-bye.